צבאות תחת כנפי השכינה. ברוכים הבאים תחת כנפי השכינה. May you be blessed beneath the wings of Shekhinah. Be blessed with love, be blessed with peace.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. That is our greeting to wish you all a Shabbat filled with health and happiness, peace and well-being. And indeed, while all of us are here ready to celebrate and enjoy a very special service led by Rebecca, I know that many of our thoughts are also with our countrymen who are now in Florida and awaiting a very, very difficult situation. So let us all just take a moment to be appreciative of the good fortune that we are given to be able to be here together. The sun is shining, the weather is beautiful. Rebecca shines even brighter than the sun, and all of us are in for a true blessing, and we must give thanks. We also offer our prayers on behalf of all of those who are in harm's way and pray that they will be able to endure. Our service this afternoon is found in our prayer book. It is called the Mishkan Tefillah, and in order for all of you to follow along and participate, you're going to need one. It has the gold flame on the front. And certainly if there are not enough, I'm sure you'll meet your neighbor and share. So you can follow along. There is Hebrew, there is English, and there is transliteration even for those who are not familiar. Well, the first thing that's going to happen this afternoon before Rebecca takes her place is that she is going to be physically enwrapped like every bar and bat mitzvah before they begin to lead a worship service. They're enwrapped in a prayer shawl known as the talit. And what makes the talit important is not the beauty of its cloth or the decoration, but the four corners, which represent the four corners of the Jewish world, which will be enwrapping her. And on each corner are strings known as tzitzit. They are knotted 613 times to represent the 613 commandments in the Torah or the Bible. Now, how many of you thought there were only 10 commandments? There are actually another 603 that we have trouble with as well. So Rebecca, I think we're ready to invite you down to go join your grandparents because they have a very special talit from Israel to present to you, and they are going to enwrap you. And along its crown, Rebecca, as you're standing there with your grandparents, is the blessing that you will actually recite now. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu, lehit atef b'tzitzit. And we thank God for the privilege of allowing us to enwrap ourselves in the talit. We are going to continue with our service now as we open in our prayer books to page 338.
Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, od yahalu hasela, Ashrei ha'am shekachalo, Ashrei ha'am sh'Adonai Elohav, Tehillah leDavid, Arom mimcha Elohai ha'melech, v'avarcha shimcha le'olam va'ed, v'chol yom avarchecha, v'ahalela shimcha le'olam va'ed, Gadol Adonai umhulal me'od, v'li gdulato ein cheker, dor ledor yeshaba ma'asecha, ugvurotecha yagidu, Hadar kivod hodecha, v'divrei niflotecha asicha, ve'ezuz nuratecha yomeru, ugdulatcha asaprena, zecher rav tovecha yabi'u, vatzidkatcha yiranenu, hanun ve'um Adonai, erech apayim ugdal hased, tov Adonai lakol, V'rachamav al kol ma'asah, yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chasamtecha yivarchucha.
We turn now to page 342, and I'd ask everyone to rise, please. That was wonderful.
Yitgadol v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad yivrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yamechon uv'chayechon v'Yisrael, Bagala, uv'izman kaharim v'yimru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mivorach, ve'olam olol megal maya. Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'al v'yitramah v'yitnaseh, v'yitador, v'yitalal, shemid kodashah brichu, le'el min kovrachata v'shirata. Tushbichayta v'nechemata, damiron v'yalma, v'miru. Amen.
There are times when the love of God burns so powerfully within your heart that the words of prayer seem to rush forth quickly and without deliberation. At such times, it is not you yourself who speak, rather it is through you that the words are spoken.
Page 344, we remain standing through the prayer known as Tefillah.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagil tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Page 346.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, u'mevin geula livnei v'nehem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר, מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד אתה, מכלכל חיים בחסד, בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים רופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני בחיי הכל.
Page 349, we're going to read responsively.
Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good and not evil. You are the source of life and blessing. Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children. You are the support of the falling. Help us to lift up the fallen. You are the author of freedom. Help us to free the captive. You are our hope in death as in life. Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good, for blessing and not for curse, for life and not death, for abundance, not want. Baruch atah Adonai mehayeh hakol.
Page 350, we remain standing, please.
נקדיש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמרום, ככתוב לי על נביאך, ויקרא זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ, כבודו. אדירנו אדוני, אדוני אמתיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכינו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישבינו, ברחמו והנהיג כל חיים. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור כגון לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני הקדוש.
To all generations, we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity, proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh.
You may all be seated. We continue on page 353.
For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and hands, we give praise. For the peace in us, which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For the gift of Shabbat, which renews us for life, we offer blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Page 354.
Ritzi Adonai Eloheinu V'amecha Yisrael Utfilatam B'yavod Kabel Utilratzon Tamid Avodat Yisrael Amecha Baruch atah Adonai Hamachazir Shechinatu Litzion.
Page 355.
On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer to life, to peace, and to joy. May we find true rest, holiness in our deeds, worth in our study of Torah. Let us feed on the love of goodness. Let us drink from the love of goodness. Restrain our thirst for excess, and cleanse our hearts to serve life well. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer in life, in peace, and in joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod.
Page 356, our prayer of thanksgiving.
Modim anachnu lach she'atah hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu le'olam va'ed. Tzor chayenu magen yoshenu atah hu lador v'dor. Nodelecha unsaper tehilatecha al chayenu hamsurim biyadecha ve'al nishmotenu hapkadot lach ve'al nisecha shebechol yom imanu ve'al niflotecha v'tovatecha shebechol eit erev vavoker v'tzohurayim hatov ki lo chalu rachamecha v'chum rachim ki lo tamu chasadecha me'olam kivinu lach.
We continue with Shalom Rav, page 358.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam. Ki atom lachadon v'chol hashalom. Ki atom lachadon v'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam. V'tov einecha livarech et Amcha Yisrael v'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Shalom Rav is a prayer which asks God for abundant peace. But peace does not necessarily mean just peace between peoples. It actually means to be complete. We look for completeness in life, in relationships, in the way we treat the world, in the way we deal with one another. And so each and every Shabbat, we look to complete ourselves. And in that way, we hope to make the world just a little bit better than the way we had found it. You might be surprised to know that on Shabbat, when most will come to synagogue, it is not a time to pray for personal needs. Instead, Shabbat is a time just to say thank you. You may remember that God created the world in 6 days, and even God had a day off. And so Shabbat is God's day off, not a time to bargain or plead or cajole or promise, but rather a day to say thank you. And indeed, we have a great deal to say thank you for this afternoon. Most importantly, a young woman who is taking her place amongst our people, standing here with such poise and pride and capability that in truth we could have taken the afternoon off, but it sure is fun to be here and watch this all take place. So let us pause for a few moments of our gratitude for the ability to be healthy, well, and together.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live. Fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. We will know that you are one.
Well, the highlight of our Shabbat service is when we take the Torah from the ark, pass it generation to generation, and then give Rebecca the honor of carrying the Torah throughout the congregation. So I'm going to ask you all to turn to page 364. To open the ark doors, it's a pleasure to welcome forward Aunt Suzanne and Uncle Michael, together with cousins Lauren and Corinne. And I'm going to ask Rebecca to come take her place together with her parents. And I'd ask everyone to please rise.
Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, Udifar Adonai Yerushalayim, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah,
Well, once again, Shabbat Shalom and welcome. It is a pleasure to welcome all of you here. I hope that you were here not too long ago. It seems like just yesterday, but I understand it's nearly 4 years ago when, Alex, you were on the Bima and we were celebrating your bat mitzvah. And you set quite the example for your sister. She obviously watched and learned. Because, Rebecca, what a treat it is to share the Bima with you this afternoon. And with all of you, it is our tradition here at Temple Har Shalom that we take a few moments to give Rebecca, our bar and bat mitzvah, just a moment to take a deep breath. And after that long walk, especially in those large heels, it is not easy to carry Torah. But truthfully, Rebecca, it wouldn't matter what you were wearing. Torah is heavy indeed, sometimes not in the weight of its physical nature, but certainly in the teachings that we embody, embrace, and learn. For those of you who may not be familiar, the Torah is the first 5 books of Moses, or the first 5 books of the Bible. Every Torah is exactly the same, no matter the size that they are. So it is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. It takes us 1 entire year to make it from the beginning of the Torah to the last chapters of the Torah. And for those of you who are familiar with a Jewish calendar, we are nearly at the end of our Jewish year, 5777. And in just 2 weeks, we'll welcome a brand new year. And that means that the Torah, too, is almost at the very end. This is the end of the wanderings. The Israelites are preparing to finally, after 40 years of being lost, literally, in the desert, are about to make their way into the promised land. Now, I say that they were lost because anyone who's looked at a map realizes that the walk from Egypt to Israel should take about 10 days. It took them 40 years. And it was not because they did not have a GPS or because they didn't stop and ask for directions. There's always a reason. The reason being that God knew they did not yet deserve the promised land. They had to work for it and earn it. It's much like a young person who's reaching their 13th birthday. One has to earn the honor of becoming a bar or bat mitzvah through their years of study and through their preparation for this day. It cannot happen literally in a mere 10 days. It doesn't, thank goodness, take 40 years, but I'm sure, Rebecca, some of it felt like that, right? As you were making your way through it. So here they are waiting, and they're literally standing with Moses. And so important is the portion that Rebecca is about to chant that we do not hear it just once a year, we hear it twice a year. And we hear it on the most solemn day of our Jewish calendar, and that is the day of Yom Kippur. This portion is what is read. So what is so significant about it? I'll just start with the first 2 words, and Rebecca, I'll let you take it from there, because you have quite a beautiful message to teach us. It is called Atem Nitzavim. You are standing. Sounds simple enough. But if they literally meant the Israelite people were standing, they would have used a different Hebrew word, which means to stand. But Atem Nitzavim means something far greater. It means they were standing there with an attitude. And in this case, a very important attitude. Rebecca, the way they were standing there was with pride in who they were, recognition that they belonged to something greater than themselves. They didn't agree. They had tremendous arguments. They in no way were a one-thinking people. But they knew that something bigger was uniting them. And indeed, Rebecca, I know from your humble, gracious, kind personality, you have always understood that you stand with others for care, concern, comfort, and giving. That's what it means to stand. And the command to stand, you are standing this day, means that each and every one of us, it does not matter how we think or if we believe we are right or we are wrong, we are all responsible one for the other. It's an important lesson in this day and age because too few of us stand together. We stand apart, we stand in anger, we stand in disagreement, we stand in misunderstanding. But this Torah portion comes along not once but twice a year to remind us that multiple traditions, multiple faiths, your mom and your dad who brought you to this moment with such 2 rich heritages, they're standing together. It's an awesome lesson. And Eddie and Linda, we thank you for that because it was modeled for them and now it's modeled for you. And Rebecca, one day, I hope you'll model it for the next generation to come. So let's read from Atem Nitzavim.
If you would like to follow along in this afternoon's Torah portion, you can find it on page 1537 in the other large blue book that says the Torah, 1537.
You got this, baby. Where's my pen? Oh, there she is. My sisters.
I'm not sure. Is it your sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? You can always tell by this
I know.
mark.
And how important it is. Take it with you. Oh, let me get my sheet.
Why don't you come over here and I'll wheel you over, okay? Over here, Nana.
While Rebecca is honored to chant from the words of Torah, there are those who are honored to bless it. And our first aliyah are her grandparents, Rocha v'Ruvain.
Baruch et Adonai HaBarach.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bacha banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Atem nitzavim hayom kulchem lifnei Adonai Elohechem, Rashechem shiftechem, ziknechem v'shodrechem, kol ish Yisrael, tapchem neshechem, v'gercha asher b'kerev machanecha, mehotei v'itzecha ad shoev meimecha, Le'abrecha, bivrit Adonai Elohecha, uvalato asher Adonai Elohecha, koreit imcha hayom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Give him a hug and a kiss. Our second aliyah to the Torah goes to the one that stood here right before Rebecca just a few years ago, and whose yad, the pointer, Rebecca is using this very day. It's a pleasure to welcome forward Tova Roshina, Alex.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Lema'an hakimotcha hayom lo le'am, v'hu yiyelecha le'Elohim kasher diber lach, v'chasher nishba lavotecha labracham litak u'Yaakov, v'lo itchem levadchem anochi koreit et habrit hazot ve'et ha'ala hazot. Ki et asher yeshno po imanu omeg hayom lifnei Adonai Eloheinu ve'et asher einenu po imanu hayom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nota b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. And for our third Aliyah, it's a pleasure to welcome forward your parents, Linda and Eddie.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai notin ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen. Ki atem yadatem et asher yashavnu be'eretz Mitzrayim ve'et asher avarnu be'kerev hagoyim asher avartem v'teru et shekutzehem ve'et gilalehem et va'even kesef v'zahah asher imahem.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tuchenu. Baruch Atah Adonai notin ha'Torah.
Amen. And now the honor of officially calling Rebecca to the Torah now goes to Alex.
Ta'amod Dorona Haya Bat Leah Ve'edi Likvod HaTorah HaBat Mitzvah.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen. Pen yesh bachem ish o isha o mishpaha o shevet asher levavo foneh hayom me'im Adonai Eloheinu lalechet lavod et Elohei hagoyim hahem. Pen yesh bachem shoresh pore rosh vila'ana dechaya b'shamo et ivrei ha'ala hazot v'hitparei bilvavo lemor shalom yiyali ki bishrirut libi elech leman sefo harava et hatmeya. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Alex, you can go back. I'm just going to read the Torah and you can speak. Just step over here.
Rebecca. Alrighty. We are so proud of you. You've worked so hard to prepare for this day. And despite the nerves and angst and pressure you put on yourself, you're doing beautifully. But we really never doubted it for a minute that you would. Now I need my glasses. You put that same pressure on yourself, yet still excel in everything you do. Like in school, where you consistently make high honor roll, or on the field, where you are a standout athlete in soccer, softball, basketball, and track, and perhaps other sports if we would let you do it, but no more. What those things show that you are blessed with intelligence and natural athleticism. Not sure if it came from, well, maybe someone else. But more importantly, and I don't think it can be said enough, you are an incredibly beautiful person, inside and out. From the day you were born, you had a light that radiated from you, and that light shines brightly on everyone you touch. You have a depth of character well beyond your 13 years, and you teach us every day how to be better human beings. I'm trying. You are kind and caring, generous and giving, witty and fun, and you are authentic and real. And despite all of that, you are humble, consistently thinking about others' needs and feelings before your own. So our wish for you as you become an adult in the eyes of Judaism and going forward is that your selflessness and empathy for others less fortunate leads you to a life filled with acts of good deeds, and your kindness to all continues to repay you with a life filled with loving family and friends, that your strength and wisdom lead you to a life where you continue to make good decisions, don't cheat, even when they may not be popular with others, that your intelligence, diligence, and authenticity lead you to a career that you are passionate about, that you confront your doubts, fears, and insecurities and not allow them to paralyze you in pursuing what or whom you love, that your sense of humor always be present to lift others' spirits as well as comfort you through difficult times, that you recognize and fully appreciate the extraordinary qualities that you possess, and to acknowledge that you are worthy and deserving of everything good that happens in your life, and that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be your authentic self, because that, our sweet Rebecca, will always serve you well and lead you to continued happiness and success in your life. And always remember, we love you unconditionally, now and forever.
It is now time for us to lift and dress the Torah. It's a pleasure to welcome forward Uncle Michael and Great Uncle David to come forward. I'd ask everyone to rise, please.
Please be seated. Our Torah service continues with the chanting of the Haftarah, the additional and prophetic portion read on all Shabbatot and holidays. This afternoon's Haftarah comes from the prophet Isaiah. It can be found on page 1618.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzah v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah v'Moshe avdo v'Yisrael amo v'nviei ha'emet v'tzedek. So sasis Adonai, tagel nafshi bilhai, ki yabishani bigdayesha meil staka yatani kahatan yachahin pe'er deakala tadecheleha. Ki haaretz totzi tzimcha uchana zeroeha tatzmiach kein Adonai Elohim Yatzmiach tzedakah utila neged kol hagoyim Lema'an Zion lo echasher U'ma'an Yerushalayim lo eshkot Adisei chanoga sidka Vishuata filapi ivar V'yereu goim tzidkeich V'chol melachim kevodei V'korah lach shem hadash asher pi Adonai yikavenu v'chayit ateret tiferet biyad Adonai utznif melohai b'chaf Elohayif lo ye'amer lachod azuva u'artzeich lo ye'amer od shemama ki lach Yikarei chefziva ul artse be'olah ki afetz Adonai bach ve'artse tibael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tor kol haolamim, tzadik bechol hadarot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'amer ve'oseh, hamdaber kayem, shekol devara emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al ha'nevim, ve'al yom ha'shabbat ha'azeh, shenatata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'limnuha, lekavod ultifaret. Al hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, umvarhim ota, yitbrashim habafikuhai, tamid leolam va'ed, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
It is now time for us to return the Torah to the Ark. And so to open the Ark doors, it is a pleasure to welcome forward Aunt Marianne and Uncle Ralph, and Aunt Lorraine and Uncle Tony. And I'd ask everyone to rise, please. You may all be seated.
Shabbat Shalom. My Torah portion, Nitzavim, is about how Moses led the Israelites to the land of Israel, but he knew he couldn't go with them because he was about to die. He makes it clear to the Israelites that if they worship other gods, curses and diseases will be bestowed upon them. If they were to return to Adonai and take everything seriously, they would be forgiven for their sins. This shows how God was giving the Israelites a choice of life or death, and Moses was pushing them to take the opportunity of forgiveness. Second chances is what I believe this portion is all about. God is giving the Israelites a second chance at happiness in life. This lesson is really important to our generation because people are so quick to throw friendships and relationships away because of one mistake they made. I'll be honest, I've made mistakes before, but those mistakes don't define who I am. Mistakes are an obstacle in life that everyone can and will eventually find their way around. People learn from their mistakes, people like you and me. Guilt and regret comes out of them, and that's how people learn from it. Don't you believe those people deserve another chance? Don't you believe they should have one more try at showing who they really are as a person? Because if you were in their position, wouldn't you want at least another chance at showing people your true self? So, if there's one thing you should take out of this lesson, it's that everyone deserves a second chance because mistakes don't define people. Everyone asks me why I want to become a bat mitzvah, and if I was asked this a few months ago, I wouldn't know how to answer them. But now I know what it means to be a bat mitzvah. I can give them a solid answer now. I want to become a bat mitzvah because of a few reasons. First off, I realize this is a big milestone in my life that I will never forget. It will stick with me, and I will know I did something that important regarding my religion. Another thing is that even though my family is interfaith, they want to provide me the opportunity to learn religion from its beginning, which is Judaism, and progress from there if I choose to do so. So becoming a bat mitzvah is the first step in my journey, and I can take it from there. For my mitzvah project, I worked with the organization Stuffed Animals for Emergencies to collect stuffed animals and books for kids who were in traumatic and emotional situations. Whenever I felt down, I used to use stuffed animals to calm me down. I know I've never been in a situation like some kids have, and I have no idea what it feels like, so you're probably wondering why I decided to do it for my mitzvah project. I decided to do this because sometimes kids need an escape, something to let them forget what's going on in the real world, whether it's through books or stuffed animals. Maybe I don't understand what it's like to experience a traumatic event, but I do understand that sometimes people need an escape, so that's why I chose to do this for my mitzvah project. For me, this isn't the end of learning. If anything, it's just the beginning. I will continue to learn about what it means to be a Jew throughout my life. I would like to thank all of my friends and family for supporting me through this. I would also like to thank the Cantor Berman for teaching me all the chants and prayers, and Rabbi Matsnitsky for teaching me all I need to know about my portion and what it means to be a Jew. Thank you, Alex, for attempting to deal with me whenever I had to practice my prayers. Most importantly, thank you, Mom and Dad, for getting everything set up for this day. It means a lot that you helped, so thank you all. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, may peace and happiness be restored around the world. Amen.
Rebecca, it's true. I think the only three-letter word we can say is wow, because you deserve a wow for the energy, the effort, the poise, and just the beauty that you brought to the Bima today. It has been a pleasure, and we're so glad that we actually get to do it again. Our hope is, of course, that Rebecca will be back here on Yom Kippur Day to actually chant this portion. And it is a great and tremendous honor that we hope she will be able to accept, and certainly one in which she will bring great honor not only to her family, but to us, her congregation. So Rebecca, I want you to go off today and party hard. Enjoy it. You worked awfully hard. And there are many ways that you're going to change in the future. But I think your mom said it best on behalf of her and your dad. While we know that you will change physically and emotionally, we hope that you will never change spiritually, that that wonderful spark that glows within you will continue to radiate and shine on many others, teaching them that kindness and courageousness and gentleness and thoughtfulness are what are most important in this world. So thank you for teaching us those lessons. And now your congregation wants to say thank you. So we have a few gifts for you, and there's been a wonderful woman on the Bima who watched her own 2 children become B'nai Mitzvah here, and now is on our Board of Trustees and is going to share some gifts with you. It's a pleasure to welcome forward Denise Edelman.
On behalf of the board and the entire Temple Har Shalom family, Mazel Tov to you, Rebecca, and to your family. You did a wonderful job. Knowing that you are such a caring person makes the honor of standing here tonight even more special. The Misha Berach, which is in our prayer book, includes the words, "You, God, have taught us to uphold the falling, to heal the sick, to free the captive, to comfort all who suffer pain." You have embraced God's guidance through your mitzvah project by collecting books and stuffed animals for children who have been traumatized. In these uncertain times, people like you make the world a better place, and we hope you will continue to incorporate this essential Jewish value, tikkun olam, repairing the world, into your life. As a remembrance for this special day, we have several gifts for you from the Temple family. First, your bat mitzvah certificate. Second, a Kiddush cup for you to continue to use during your many simchas in life. Third, a gift certificate from Nifty for a little assistance if you choose to go to Israel. Fourth, a gift certificate from the Bridgewater JCC for a year of teen membership. And lastly, the book Values and Ethics Through a Jewish Lens, which we hope will guide you in continuing to make important decisions in your life. Again, much mazel to you and your family.
Well, the preparation takes years and the event goes by like that, doesn't it? Something just like life. It does go by very quickly, but we're glad we were able to pause and celebrate with you, Rebecca. So we're going to prepare to end our service now. Page 586. Please return to your prayer books for the Aleinu, and to open the Ark doors. It's a pleasure to welcome forward aunts and uncles Betty and Butch, Ellen, Gerard, and Chris, and I'd ask everyone to rise, please.
Aleinu לשבח אדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא סבנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, ויגור עלינו ככל עמם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמעו, ושמעו, ושמעו אחד.
May God bless you and keep you. May God shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Shalom.
May God grant you a long life filled with spiritual, mental, and physical well-being, as we all say. Amen. I do ask that we please remain standing, because each and every time we come together in prayer, grateful for those who are physically present, we always remember those who are no longer with us. It is our tradition to remember those who died at this season in years past, those who have died in recent days. We think of those who lost their lives due to hurricanes and also to earthquakes. We think of those who have given their lives for the American Armed Forces and the Israel Defense Forces. And especially on this day of Bat Mitzvah, we remember members of Rebecca's family upon whose shoulders she stands, most importantly, her grandparents, Agnes and Ralph Schell, together with great-grandparents and dear friend, Alan Beck. We turn to page 598 in order to recite the Kaddish prayer together so that no mourner needs ever stand alone. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divrach yerutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayet d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala uvizman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach le'olam amei amaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudesha b'rechu. Le'olam im kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba mim shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We pray that the source of peace will send peace to all who mourn and comfort all the bereaved among us, as we all say, Amen. Amen. You may be seated. Well, our service always ends on a sweet note, so we are going to invite Rebecca and Alex to come on up and join us right here on the bima. For those of you who are getting ready to welcome a new Jewish year, it is traditional already to wish each other a Shana Tova, so we wish for those who will be celebrating a most healthy and sweet new year. And now we're going to bless the wine and the challah so that you may go on your way safe and enjoyable. And just so your mom can relax, the buses did arrive. Here you go, hold up the cups.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lachem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Go to it.
Enjoy.
Mazel tov, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please feel free to wish each other a Shabbat Shalom and get up out of your seats or greet the family. always have it. Yeah, she's trying to find a place, it's a lot of reading, and Sarah's not. And it's boring reading, you have like all these blocks of time in the middle of the day, like you get your work done. Don't go to the library, read. So, like, just be proactive. She calls me, she wants to hang out. I got stuff to do. Just keep doing it. No, I mean, she's like the Tories in the room in the head next to her, next to her movement. It's very good. She's very steady, which is fine for me. But so she's going through all of her syllabi, and she's got a big planner, and she's putting everything in the planner, and very organized. If you have extra time, just read it. And that way, if something comes up, you do have time to. I know. So she has a combination of Yeah, I'm worried about the academic piece because I know it's just a lot of work. Takes time. But she, what more? When you have a child working 18 credits. So like, what is that? So she already dropped the site, so that was really interesting.
And she's the same with the no idea what this is. So as long as she settles, so I said, go ahead and do it.
Well, she dropped site, but now she has to take something during winter session. Fine. So she'll go to RBCC because we have a really long session. And I'm hoping she'll take that at RBCC. It's got to be easier at RBCC than in Delaware. So but she's not in that semester. It's the spring semester. So whatever. It'll be what it'll be. I don't care that she has to take class. I mean, Sari has winter session from like December 20th through February 4th. She has Delaware and Maryland have this whole winter session. So it's really, really long. So, after first, so you play for a week, and then in January when everybody goes back to school, so you'll be through school. I mean, I'm not going to pay for her to stay in the dorms.
There's things that you can do. I mean, so even you don't get your credit to 8, you need more than that for the CPA. Well, he could have gotten his master's, but the truth is it doesn't
You just need the credits. Alright, we just got a new puppy. Em's fine. She brought home a puppy with Jeff today, so I'm like rushing home today. I'm like, okay, so you have to take care of this puppy. But she works in cities too. Now we're down Bryn's. Bryn's died in June, and now we readopted today. She's working for a PR firm. So she's kind of miserable, but not as miserable as she was. It's a big adjustment, and the commute's killing her. But now that she got this puppy, she's staying in Jersey for a while. So, I will. So great. I'm gonna check in with this new accompaniment for Nancy, and then I gotta get out of here. All right, take it easy. Give Hannah my love.
Excuse us, guys. Sydney.
What you went home? I thought you took a hike.
How you doing, all right?
Kids are good. Very good. Nice small kids.
You made everybody very happy. You made everybody very happy. Time to go.
I'll take it anywhere I can get it.
We don't.
Yeah. This is where that was that book. I laughed out loud so much on that book that I thought it was crazy. Like I was on the train or something. Yes. He has another one about a strange car or something. Yeah. Because this is
Should I bring the car?
one of the funniest books I've ever read. Absolutely.
Please, don't forget. Come, just walking.
What you need is a horn. I did you send it to them? It's already cost me a couple $100.
That's it. They didn't give me an ankle
Yeah, I
bracelet.
got this. I got it too much. Because I have to have just like right now, I got it up, left my hand.
I couldn't do it.
Well, I lose it. It's a ticket. I lost it in the house. We still haven't found it. I offered my grandkids $50.
Spring cleaning, maybe it'll come up.
No, maybe next year. Maybe next year. Where's the new job?
You don't have it?
Huh?
Oh, there is.
Guys, I don't understand that. Everybody do all the stuff.
Grandma's what you think, man. Okay, good. Right, Grandma? If I come in December, you'll pick me in? See Sydney. See anyone.
See you, man.